Gentlemen, in front of you I have 6 different oil supplements or oil conditioner. If you want to call this a mega test, sure. But what I want to do is I have 6 unopened 5W20 oil that I already did a virgin oil analysis a little while back. And what I want to do is all these products you see in front, except for Archoil, I want to be adding 1.5 ounce in each quart. Archoil costs for 1.2, so I'm going to just use the 1.2. A lot of it, you know, Lucas and ZMax, probably the two most known there. See, Lucas asked for 5.2 ounce per quart, basically replacing a quart in a 5-liter oil tank. ZMax calls for 2.2 ounce, Dura Lube 1.4, MotorKote 2 ounces on a normal engine, 3 ounces per quart on a turbo car, and PROLONG, it's 3.15 ounce per quart. They all have a different name. PROLONG is anti-friction metal treatment. Archoil, it's a friction modifier, very popular with the diesel and for the stiction problem on the Power Stroke, and it has that nano stuff in there. MotorKote, very popular, especially after the test that Project Farm did, and that's a Niper lubricant. ZMax, it's that one is very different from the others. It's 100% pure oil, organic. It's not synthetic, and it's made that once the engine is hot, the metal absorbs it. Lucas, very popular, and PROLONG and so on. So what I'm gonna do, except for Archoil, everything's gonna be 1.5 ounce in a quart. Shake, 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 and then put them in the test tubes that I'm gonna be sending to the lubricant analysis report company. And with that way, I'll know exactly what it does to the oil. But you'll be surprised with the result. Like MotorKote, I think I seen a VOA a little back, and there's almost nothing. So I don't know. And PROLONG, if you saw a video that I post on the Impala LFX13, has a lot of magnesium. So that way, that thing will add magnesium on my VOA here for sure. So, but by adding 1.5 ounce, it'd be very easy to do the math and see what exactly you will do to your favorite oil that you use on your car. So I'm going to take maybe a week or two to get the results. But once I get it, I'll tag to this video. And yeah, that's it. Take care. Bye. All right, so I finally got the results for the 6 engine oil conditioner or supplements. I have some interesting results. One that I was surprised because it does change the nature of the oil. The rest, they're supposed to do their job not changing the oil, using the oil to carry their properties across the engine. Might as well start with the first red flag I got. They all came green except for 2, Lucas and Archoil. I'm not worried about Archoil, but I explain Lucas why I'm worried. If we look here on my spreadsheet I did to have all the numbers, the first one on the left, it's the virgin oil of 5W20 AMSOIL boosted, and then I had 1.5 ounce to a brand new quart of Lucas synthetic, and the red flag I got, it's here, the CST went to 9.5, and this is basically, it turned that oil to a 520 to a 530. So they even said in the test here that, you know, if I was adding a different viscosity grade to the component, and viscosity is slightly high. So anyway, so they flagged that, and what me concerned about it is I only had 1.5 ounce of that quart, and if you follow the instruction, it goes anywhere between 5 to 6 ounce per quart because they want you to replace an entire quart with a quart of Lucas. Now I'm going to move on with ZMax and Dura Lube. Honestly, when you physically look at the conditioner itself, I know one is a micro lubricant and the other one is an SR3. They look the same, they smell the same, whatever. But you could see all across the board from the left to these two, they all went down a bit. The numbers, CST on the Dura Lube stayed the same, but on ZMax lowered a bit, which is not a big deal. I'm just going to move to PROLONG. PROLONG, if you remember a while, on another video, I did a VOA of PROLONG AFMT, and I reported I was a high magnesium. The rest, there was not much in it. Well, it does show on the test. If we look at the magnesium on the virgin oil, see 1043, it bumped up to 1046. So it's not much, but don't forget, it's only 1.5 ounce I had in a quart. And if you read the instruction, they tell you to replace 10% of your oil with it. So basically 3 times of the amount I put. MotorKote, one of my favorite, especially since Project Farm did a test on it. Didn't change much, as you could see. All the numbers are basically, you look, it's the same as a ZMax and Dura Lube. Now, Archoil, that's another one I got a red flag. And the reason is because they saw a high amount of potassium. And potassium, for those who don't know, it's if you have a severe, or if you have any engine coolant leak inside your engine, that's a good sign you have maybe a blown head gasket, whatever, and your oil gets contaminated with coolant to antifreeze. But I have, as you can see, 1763 parts per million of potassium. That's a lot. So the reason sorry about Epstein didn't kill himself. He likes to be in the videos. But I'm just going to proceed. So anyway, 1763. So if ever you do a used oil analysis and you use Archoil, you know, make sure you remember you have that. The other thing that really blew my mind is the boron level, 1605. And don't forget, I only put 1.2 ounce of it because on the instruction it says not to put more than 1.2 ounce. So I did 1.2 instead of 1.5 versus the 4 first. And MotorKote, I put 2 ounce. The reason that they say 2 ounce on the NA engine and 3 ounce on turbocharged engine. So anyway, so the boron level is crazy. And let's say in the future you're planning to use Archoil on, let's say on a gas car, maybe use half of it, half of what's recommended, and leave the 1.2 for the diesel. But a high amount of boron will not hurt your engine, but I mean that's a lot of boron, and it's very expensive. As boron is an expensive additive, and it shows on the price because Archoil, it's the most expensive of all of them. 2 others I wish I had test was Bestline. Unfortunately, I cannot have in Canada, and the other was TurboMax. And TurboMax is way too expensive right now. It's you can only get it from Amazon Canada, and it's crazy pricey. It's anyway, it's more than double if I had all of them what I have on the table right now. So I hope this answers some question. And if you have question, go ahead. But again, I'm not an expert on these things. But the lesson here: be careful with Lucas because he will change. He will change your oil viscosity. Take care. Bye.